And I always start this lesson like this, and it usually gets people's attention. Here it comes. You ready? Forgiveness is not a teaching of the Bible. That always gets people's attention. Forgiveness is not a teaching of the Bible. I said, what has happened to Pastor Lassman? One too many lattes. Okay, you ready for the answer? Forgiveness is not a teaching of the Bible. Forgiveness is the teaching of the Bible. Hear the difference? In other words, the gospel of Jesus Christ and forgiveness of sins is not simply one teaching among all of these teachings of the Bible, and they're all equal, they're all the same. No. The forgiveness of sins in Jesus Christ is the whole heart of the Bible, the foundation of our faith. And everything has to relate to that. So, instead of seeing the different teachings of the Bible being listed out like this, and one of them is forgiveness, this isn't the way we look at it. No, forgiveness in Jesus Christ is the very heart. And I can kind of do it like this. I've kind of got a hub here, and I can make a wagon wheel, okay? And a wagon wheel, or any kind of wheel, like a bike, has what? Spokes, right? And just stay with me here. Spokes. And what I'm trying to show you is, on these spokes are the other teachings of the Bible, like the teaching about God, the teaching about creation, teaching about the Bible. Now, I could go all the way around there. Now, what I want you to see is that all the teachings in the Bible get their real meaning and their significance from Christ. That's what goes in the center. Not even God, okay? Christ goes in the center. Everything relates to Jesus Christ in the Bible. That's the heart and foundation of our faith, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Okay? So forgiveness is the teaching of the Bible. Well, with that introduction, let's kind of get into this a little bit. And before we even get to number 1, would you write down this Bible passage? And to show you what I'm getting at, and then we'll move on quickly. Luke 24, 45 to 47. This is after Jesus' resurrection from the dead and before his ascension into heaven, which we've talked about. It says, then Jesus opened the minds of the disciples so they could understand the scriptures. Now, wouldn't that have been a great adult information class? He told them, this is what's written. The Christ will suffer and rise from the dead on the third day, and repentance and what? Forgiveness of sins will be preached in his name where? To all the nations. This is the message of the Christian church. Forgiveness of sins in Jesus Christ. Because what we're going to learn as we go along, if you have the forgiveness of sins, you have everything else God has to offer. Because through forgiveness of sins, we're going to find, through forgiveness of sins, your relationship with God has now been restored. And that means you have all of these other blessings.